Welcome back to the HR department. And I think you know what game we're going to play today. That's right, we're taking a break from The Sims, and we are doing Roller Coaster Tycoon. That's right, it's your host, HR, and we are going old school in a slightly different direction. Kind of a simulation game, though, so it does kind of count. So we're doing the original Roller Coaster Tycoon, but this one has the expansions attached to it as well, in case we want to have those extra levels. Because this game, it's pretty big. Actually, I'm going to start it just so this music in the background doesn't go nuts. So you have the different areas you can go to. We have all these extras that came with the deluxe edition. That's what this one is if you ever want to follow along. We're starting with Forest Frontiers, though. It's probably the one everybody knows. Everybody loves it. So let's get in there just to shut that music off for a minute. We're going to pause the game really quick, because if you don't pause it, people will start walking up to the park. So, why are we playing this one? Well, great game. Why not? And it's a nice change from The Sims. Like, I love The Sims. I love it. I do love The Sims. But we need a bit of a break from it. We need to get some more ideas going with The Sims. So, in this game, we're building an amusement park. You can kind of see the little white checkered area. That's the area we get to build inside of. You can sometimes buy little areas outside or expand the size of the park if you need to. Most of the time, you don't have to do that, though. But yeah, from there you can build stuff. I don't think we're going to crash coasters unless you guys really want me to, because there's lots of YouTube videos of people, torturing people. You can drown them. You can make things crash. You can run them over. You can do all those kind of fun stuff. But we're going to actually try and play the game. So if you want to be sadistic, get the game along with it. You can watch me play the game normally. You can go around. You can kill everyone. Have some fun. Do whatever you're going to do. But we're going to try and get through it. So this one is Forest Frontiers. It's the very first level. It's kind of the tutorial level. If you need to know what you have to do, you can click on your little front gate here, and this thing right here will tell you what you have to do to win the objective, essentially. So this one, we need at least 250 guests by the end of year one. Now, that is meant to be easy, so as long as you play the game, you shouldn't have a problem doing that. So if you ever need to find out what's happening here, park rewards are here. The admission price for your park, I usually start that off at like $5, and then just you can slowly creep it up. You can also not charge. Really depends on your play style. Now, this is Roller Coaster Tycoon 1. There are no ATM machines. So RCT 2 and beyond, I believe, had them. In this one, you don't get it. So if they run out of money, they'll leave the park. Keep that in mind. So when you're trying to find that balance of costs, that actually matters a little bit more in Roller Coaster Tycoon 1. Guests in the park, blah, blah, blah. Look at your front gate. We're going to open it right away so we don't forget. And then the first thing I always like to do whenever I start this game, I go into research. And well, that's not research. Research is the beaker. I go here. I dump the shops and stalls unless you know that it's an actual thing that's worth it, like a level that's worth it. I've played this level so many times. I usually just keep it on these 3 and then bump that to maximum funding. That way, like, you can get shops and stalls, you can get ride improvements all you want, but for getting the actual rides unlocked, I usually start with these 3, and then later on in the scenario, I'll open those other 2 up. That's personal preference, though, too. You don't have to follow it. So, once we get started, you can see, okay, we got a lot of empty space here. We got some good stuff. Now, it's pretty good to usually start off with some cheapy rides. Which button was the rides? This one here. It's been a while, guys. Come on, it's been a while. Now, gentle rides, roller coasters, thrill rides, water rides, and food. You don't need food to start off with. It's going to cost you money. Build them a little bit later, like maybe a few months into the game. To start out with, I usually slap down a few sucky rides, like the car ride in this one, because every ride you build will attract more people to the park. So when you're first starting your park, you kind of want a few of the junky rides, even though they're not going to make you a lot of money long term. And then once they're in your park, you shove them towards the good stuff like the roller coaster. At least that's the way I've always played it. I might just suck at this too. You don't know. Anyways, I don't think you can build with it paused. So, no, okay. So we're going to unpause it. We're going to slap this guy down, probably like right here because it's in the corner. It's kind of nice. Entrance, exit. We're going to charge $1 because $1, it's a pretty good start. I usually also set this to every 10 minutes for inspections. And then if you want it to play music as well, where's the music? Wait, I'm going to pause it again. Where's the music one? I thought you can make it play music. Have I forgotten? Has it been too many years? I thought it was under the gears. Am I crazy? Does it just play? Oh, there we go. Play music. It's under the people tab, guys. I found it. Found it. So here you can tell it to play music or not. I think if you get them to play a lot of music, it actually makes people happy. But you want to kind of match the style, I think, too. I don't know, so don't take that as an actual thing. But yeah, anyways. And you just tell it to open up like that. And then what we can do is we can go and build our little path thing. Boop, boop. And then we can go boop, boop. Now they can use that ride. It's connected to the main kind of thoroughfare and stuff like that. Now I'm going to pause it again for a moment. And let's get one mechanic going. You don't need a lot to start with. He's going to walk around and repair stuff and maybe like one handyman. But I usually tell people to turn that off because they'll just mow grass all day otherwise. You don't really need a security guard or an entertainment at this point. And there we go. Let's just get started. Now, I'm going to let this run as well because it takes 1 hour in-game to be 1 full year. So, I'm going to let it run while we get our car ride up and running. Now, most of the time, these ones are fine. Just the pre-built ones. You can build your own if you really want to. I get rid of these trees. But it's really preference. So we can slap that one down there. Same thing. Entrance, exit. Let's bring this up this way. Actually, before we do that, I kind of want to do this to make it a little bit longer. So now as they come, there's a longer queue line, essentially. Then we'll go like this. And then boom. Close that off. Get our gears going. Where is our... So 10-minute inspections. We're going to charge $1 for that one too. Because the dollar's not killing it. It's not too high to start out with. Now, at this point, I usually slap down a roller coaster. Now, there's not much happening there. Oh, see, we got our first guest here. We got our first guest. Now, we can also rename guests. If you want to be part of the game, let me know. We'll slap you in there. We can follow you around. But otherwise, it's great to put in a roller coaster at this point because as people come in, they'll start funneling towards it. So let's clear these trees out of here. And let's slap down our first roller coaster. Now, we only have, I think, the steel mini to start with. Well, you have wooden, but I'm going to show you how big these designs are. So if we zoom out, like, this thing's massive. So you can try a lot of these, but wooden coasters take up a lot of space. Like, that's probably one of your smaller ones. Costs you 10 grand still, too, though. So they're worth it, but they're very expensive. So, mini coaster, and I usually just start with the Crazy Caterpillar. It's a good little starter one. And then, boom, we can slap it right there. Ooh, we got a chat. What's going on? Which one is that? I know that the coaster builds are always tough. I'm so bad at them, so I just use the main ones there. By the way, welcome back, Goldie. Should be near the intensity. Okay. That'll get more people, I'm assuming. I've never been great at that. Wait. Oh, I'm so slow. I'm going to pause that again. I always lose so much time trying to click on stuff. I usually start these ones at like 2:30. I don't even know if that's correct or not. Then we go every 10 minutes. Go open. Okay, now we just got to connect it. Again, we want a nice long queue line. So, boom. And boom. There we go. That's essentially a starter park. We're on our way. Looks great. It's amazing. Now, if you want these ones to play music too, you can. But it might get annoying too to your own ears. So keep that in mind. Because that might drive you bonkers. Let's see. From here, this is also why I get the R&D going right away. So they're designing a gentle ride right now. So I'll get that going. $10 for the roller coaster? Will they pay that? If they do, we could totally rip them off. Because I've only got $5 for the entrance fee right now. So I usually wait until they go, oh, it's so cheap. I'm going to try that. Okay, let's see if this works. We're doing an experiment. See if anyone goes on this thing for $10. I've never had it that high before. I've never clicked it this many times. Okay, $10. We're going to leave that in the corner. We're going to see if anyone actually rides it. Oh, that guy went on it. What are their thoughts on it, though? I guess we'll have to wait a little while before we get thoughts on it. But we'll see what they do with that. See what they do. These ones here at $1, usually that's about all you want to do for gentle rides. And even over time, they'll drop in value, so nobody wants to ride those later. Ship is never a bad one, too. And don't worry too much about like building a lot in your first year, because we only have a year to do this in anyways. And then we can start actually trying to fit them in between things. Like, we can get rid of that. Can it go under here, though? No, I don't think so. No, it won't fit under here. Let's see. Let's see. I could put it over here next to the car ride, though. Boop. That looks like a good spot for it. Entrance, exit. Actually, wait. I should reverse those. Don't worry. I'm not actually placing that there. I'm just getting it out of the way. I want to put entrance there. And I want to put the exit there. So I can do something like... There's a method to this madness. Don't worry. Something kind of like this. So it's not too long, but it's long enough. Boom. There we go. Something like that. Oh, yeah. Go-kart track is amazing. I don't know if it unlocks in Forest Frontiers, though. That's the thing. This one, let's do $1.80. Why not? See if they'll pay that. And actually, we're starting to get quite a few people in the park already. I don't think we need another... I don't think we need any staff yet at this point. Okay, we might as well build the scrambled eggs. This one loses interest over time, too. But it's a great starter one. We put it... Will it go there? Oh, it will. Perfect. Okay, entrance, exit. I'm not even trying to speedrun this, but if it works out this way, let's do it. Actually, we can just go like that. And then like that. Nope. That one. I don't know what people will pay for this one either, but let's go $1.80 because it's brand new. They'll tell you over time, too. They'll be like, oh, this isn't worth the value after a while. So, every 10 minutes, and opened, and perfect. We're already well on our way, guys. Look at that. But the go-karts, I know that they open up in the second scenario because when you get them, you can make so much money. They're actually one of the best rides in the game. A little bit broken, too, in some ways. Okay, we need some park benches. I usually slap down benches every once in a while, too, because people will barf. And it gives them a place to sit. I don't really need trash cans yet, but I'll plop a few as we go, just because when we get food, it'll be helpful. Other than that, if you want to see specific rides, if we can build them, I will try my best to do custom rides, and it will be terrible. Boat hire, it's good if you use the tracks, otherwise people get lost. Usually a nightmare. We should probably build a washroom. Let's slap a washroom down, because they'll eventually need it. But I don't think anyone's going to be hungry for a while. Maybe we look at his mood. Yeah, he's not even hungry yet. With this dude. Ooh, new ride and attraction. What do we get? Ferris wheel. Not the best, but we can build it anyways. Where do we put it? I guess we continue our fairway this way? Guests are commenting the park entrance fee. So this is the point where we can start actually upping the price as well. So let's just bump that to 10 then. Do that. The most disappointing in the country is... Am I reading that right? How did we get that one? How? 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 What did we do wrong? Is it because our price here? I don't think anyone's actually going on this thing. I'm not paying that much. Okay, yeah. See, I don't think they can do 10. Okay, let's bring that back down to like $3. Because we need people to ride it. We do. We really do. Down, 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 down. So many clicks. So many clicks. Let's do 280. That sounds good. All right, let's see if people start riding that. I don't know why we're the most disappointing. I thought we were doing pretty good there. So our first award out of the gate has been a failure. Maybe we should have stuck to the Sims. Just something like this so we can keep our straight lines. No, I didn't mean to do that. Like that. No. There, like that. Good. Silly game. I think people will pay $1 for this one. Let's get them on there. 2 rotations sounds good. Every 10 minutes inspected. Let's open it up. I don't know. I think we're doing pretty good. I think we're doing pretty good. Now, to play through this game would be quite the feat, I have to say. So we're probably not going to play through every scenario unless people really like to watch this one. So. But I usually keep checking them, see when they start to get hungry. So, like, yeah, it's starting to build up a little bit, but it's still nothing to write home about. I don't know why we have guest 12 up over there. That's it for the rides that we have right now. I guess we can slap in a slide if we really wanted to. But the transport ride on this level doesn't make sense. And a wooden coaster is a bit big. We could see about other mini coasters, though. Still have about 3 grand. We had to find one with a smaller imprint. That one might be okay. Wait, we might be able to put it in over here. See what we can do over here. No, 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 nothing. Well, I can put it right there for 2,000. I think that's a good idea. More coasters? This is Roller Coaster Tycoon. So where can I put it? Can I put it closer to this guy, though? Save some space. Okay, that must be the high end that way, then. It's still letting me do that. Wait, can I still do that? Wait, how does this work? Wait, I want to try that. It's when the $ point pops up there on that little bar that you can build it. Okay, so it pops up there. Okay, it can't go there. So it has to go right there. Okay, yeah. That one looks that looks reasonable. Let's build that one. Wait, actually. Let's put that exit a little closer to the entrance. There we go, just like that. Let's get a nice long queue line going for this guy. Boop. Let's connect this. Let's go $3 again. That seems like a good amount of money. 10 minutes and open her up. I think we're well on our way now. Look at that. We're already at 125 guests. So if you remember our initial plan there of 250, we're already on our way. Now, I know simulation games might be a little dry. That's another thing, too. That's why we're kind of doing a little bit of this one. Go back to the Sims a little bit over there. You could do an old RTS if you guys want. I can see about getting some Red Alert going. I haven't played that one in years. I don't know if it'll even work on this computer, but it's always worth a try. And that's it. Unfortunately, we cannot speed the time up either. That's why I'm letting it run as I chat. I'm not going to pause it all the time because we will run into just nobody want it. I'm not paying that much to go on Roller Coaster 1. Is it still too expensive? What about 250? 240, 240. Give me 240, guys. Come on. Which means this one's probably too expensive, too. 240? Will you give me 240? Yes, okay, 240 is good. Now, the reason this happens, too, it's directly related to your entrance price. If your entrance price is higher, they're expecting to pay less on rides. So, it's always that trade-off. And they'll let you know. Just like check people's thoughts here and there. A lot of the time, the gentle rides are pretty quiet anyways. So like this one here, people will just say it's boring most of the time. They want to go on something more thrilling. So you know your price is okay. It's just that, you know, it's boring. It's a merry-go-round. What are they researching next? Steel roller coaster. Okay, this is one of the better ones too. Because you can get the shuttle loop. And the shuttle loop is just a moneymaker. So it will make us all of the money. Let's see what this one's intensity is. High intensity, medium excitement. That's usually okay from what I can tell, but hard to say. Now, if you guys want to make these parks themed as well, let me know. I don't usually build decorations, even though they can help your park. So it just really depends on playstyle. Let's slap down in a couple more benches for people to sit on as they want to barf. Maybe another trash can for later. I don't think people are getting hungry quite yet. No, he's not hungry at all. What about this guy over here? Okay, he's nauseous. Okay, they're starting to get a little hungry, so we could consider. Now, I am starting to see some barf spots, so let's get another handyman in here. But you could also make them go on specific areas by clicking on the little set of feet. And then that is where they'll kind of patrol. So if we do this with this guy, he'll focus on this part of the park. And that way you can kind of help your handyman not be stupid, because they will just wander off on their own. And then you want to cry. What do you guys think? Huh? 10 out of 10? 8 out of 10? 6 out of 10? Oh no. Oh no. I've lost you. I've lost them all. Alrighty. Well, we can actually start paying off our loan, too. That'll give us a higher score at the end of the level. Because we don't need the cash right now, and it'll earn us more later as we don't have to pay interest. So, I'll bump that down while we wait for our steel coaster to come along. Because we can just take the loan back out again. There's no real negative. So, at least that I know of. If there is some sort of negative, let me know. Otherwise, I think I'll slap like a food and drink stall in here. Actually, maybe even like right here after. And then that should keep them fine for a while, actually. Yeah, we'll do like a burger and a drink stall after. Oh, there's the one we want. This is the steel coaster. Here's the best design in the entire game. The Shuttle Loop. It's small. It's compact. It will earn you a ton of money. It's amazeballs. Now, where can I put it? Can I put it here? Can I put it here? Can I put it here? 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 Now, if you can, build them next to each other, too. I think if you... Oh, I can't remember the configuration. But if you can have them launch at the same time. Wait, let me try something like this. Oh, we don't have enough cash right now. Okay. We'll take out some loans after. The entrance fee is cheap again. So let's go 15 bucks for now. But let's leave it at 15 for a little while. Because I want them to have more cash while they're in the park. Now, what was I doing? All right, I was going to slap our loans back. Boop, boop. And then we can try... Actually, I'm going to need 3 of those. And what we can do with that is we want to shuttle loop it. We want our shuttle loops to be... Let's just try this idea that I'm having. Entrance. Oh, wait. Entrance up here. Exit down here. And then we want to build another one. We want to face it the other direction. Like this. And then we want to go entrance here, exit there. Now, if this works out the way it's working in my head, this should make us a lot of money over time. I think we have to come under here, though. Okay, perfect. They can fit under there. Doop, 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 doop. Okay, good stuff. I know, that's an ugly cube, but that's fine. That's fine. This one is attached, so we're going to do... Let's do $1.80. Why not? Actually, no, let's do $2. Open for business. Oh, wait, we want to test that one. Test that one. Don't open it yet. Because we want these to launch at the same time. Every 10 minutes. Synchronous launch. Like that. There we go. So now, because the stations are touching, they should launch at the same time. I think we said $2, didn't we? Did I say 2? I did say 2. See? Good job, brain. Okay, let's test that. So they should launch at the exact same time now. And that, I think that improves the excitement rating, if I remember correctly. I'll loop this one back up like that. Boop. There we go. Okay, well, they're both connected, so I guess I should just open them both. You know what? Let's just open them both. All right, good stuff, good stuff. Now I'm going to hire another mechanic because we are getting a little bit ride heavy. And then where is our barf dude here? This guy has the footsteps. So we're going to extend his section to about that. I don't know. I think we're on our way. We're doing well. So, boom, boom, boom. A couple benches everywhere so people can not barf everywhere, hopefully. And there we go. This one should bring us in a lot of money as we go. I'm just going to check on what people are thinking of these rides. Something more thrilling? Okay, that's fine to hear. What about the scrambled eggs here? Something more thrilling? That's fine to hear. They're not complaining about money. I think it's working. I think it's working. We can also rename everything too if you guys want. Like we can name this one here. We can be like, hey, let's name it. This one's the Ho Zone now. Get it? Like the Ho Zone layer? Are you gonna laugh from that one? Huh? Huh? Probably not. Nobody remembers the Ho Zones from like, I think it was like WWF back in the, God, I'm old. Okay, we don't need to keep buying the mechanic. Everything's going great so far. We don't really need any security guards at this point because people aren't really getting angry. They might start to get hungry. He's just nauseous as everything, though. What about this dude? He's happy. He's hungry. Okay, so now is about the time we want to slap down those food stalls. So let's put a burger bar. It actually doesn't matter where you put it. This is probably a good spot for a burger bar. And I never really mess with their prices. You can, if you want them cheaper and stuff. Some people like to do it free, others don't. Now, you don't have to do a food court idea. They will find it on their own. So I'm going to slap the drink over there. And now that people are getting hungry, they should start purchasing things like that, which will make them worthwhile. Cool. All right, we're on our way. We're on our way. And you get those loans paid down again, too. Because at the end of the level, you get your score based on your company value. So the higher the company value, the better score you did. It doesn't really matter, though. Like, there's no minimum amount you have to get to win the game. It just shows how well you did on that level. So I usually tend to try and do well when I can. Why isn't anyone going to this one? Okay, I think there's something happening with these stations, so I'm going to turn off the synchronous launch. I thought that would be cool, but this is just sitting there like a bunch of num-nums, so let's do that. I don't know what that was about, but... Unless I'm just stupid and didn't realize it was doing its own thing properly. But that's okay. They're next to each other, which will increase the thing anyways. The excitement. Excitement. Excitement's the big one. And then actually, if you want to make your park prettier, you just add things like this. I believe putting things next, like putting decorations next to rides, increases the excitement rating. So it's definitely worth doing if you want to. So far we're cruising. We're already in May. So, like, we're getting there. It goes by pretty quick when you're just building up your park. What's our next R&D project? Log Flume. Log Flume is really good, but quite expensive to build. Again, if you can build it, build it. If not, like this park here will essentially beat the level for us. We don't have to do anything else here if we don't want to. But of course, we want to get the highest score possible. So let's do that. And if the sound effects drive you guys nuts, let me know. I can always mute it. It's always fun to hear them laughing and screaming and puking and all that fun stuff. And if you have any suggestions for the PC games, because PC has so many options. I could do it. Like, I know I have like other games that are more modern-ish, like XCOM and Skyrim and things like that, but I don't really know what people want to watch. Log Flume. Now, the Log Flume is great. I think the smallest ones are still pretty expensive. We got to get rid of all these trees to really see how much it costs to build. That one's pretty big. That one's pretty big. This one's nice and compact. Let's see, what is this one going to cost us? Let's get rid of that tree there. This one's going to cost us $4,000. You can see it on the very bottom left of that little brown window. Whenever that number pops up, that's where you're able to build it. So we can save up for this one if we want. Because we're making tons of cash right now. So let's work on getting our loan down. And then we'll just use that extra cash at the end. Because our park isn't even full yet. Like, our lineups here are still filtering through pretty easily. Like, steel roller coasters, these will be your big money makers. They are amazing. Okay, let's raise this one last time to 20 bucks. But I don't really want to go higher than that on the first level. Because we want them to go on our rides. Now, is this one boring or have you gotten something more thrilling? Okay. That's still okay price-wise then. People aren't complaining yet. See, even our gentle rides are full now, so that's a good sign. These guys are getting cycled through. Even the Ferris wheel's popular. I think we're doing well. We're winning. How's the Ho-Zone doing? The Ho-Zone's doing great. What are people thinking about the Ho-Zone? Ho-Zone was great. Thank you. The Ho-Zone is great. We need to make something for the pirate ship. Like, we have to build a pirate ship every map we do, right? Because we're aquatic, you know. We need ships. But I don't know what to call it. Char's Amazing Boat Ride. Just something silly like that. Actually, this one's doing pretty well, too. What do people think? It was great. Too intense. So this one is more intense, so you might not get as many riders. But it's a fairly short ride, and people enjoy it, so... You can kind of take a look at, too, what people are doing. Like, see, we're getting a few more puke stains. So we're definitely going to need another handyman. Tell him to not mow the lawns. And we're going to get this handyman to patrol kind of this area. Keep the front of the park nice and clean. Maybe a little bit over here. And right there. So he's going to take, like, this half of the park. That way, those two will kind of cycle around, and then with that one guy that's floating. We'll keep an eye on the little puke stains, too. Like, there's one over here. One up here. So if we get more of them, we want to get rid of those. Okay, there's quite a few building up over here. So another thing you can do is you can just snag them sometimes if you need to and drop them. Like, hey, spot clean that. Coaster 4. Let's grab another one of you guys for inspections. I feel like we're going to need more staff anyways. We are making pretty good money, so. Boom, boom. Let's pay that down to 6. Nicely done. We're almost paid our loan. We're halfway down our loan. So. And then once we get that cash, we're going to get ourselves a log flume. Actually, let's build the cash now. Instead of paying off our loan, we're gonna save up $4,000 and build that log flume, and then we'll pay off our loan. Because the amount we're gonna pull in will be much better. And I don't think we need more washrooms. Like, you can go here and get everyone's thoughts, see what the most thought is. I feel sick. Great, great. Great. Something more thrilling. I'm not thirsty. So things like that will tell you what's going on. So we don't really need to build more food stalls or washrooms or anything like that. It's when they start complaining like, oh, I'm thirsty, I'm hungry. That's when you got to start working. Otherwise, they just lose you money. We don't want that. We're already in June, so we're getting there. We're about halfway through the year. We're kicking butt. We're taking names. How's everyone doing today, this lovely Sunday? Now, we can crash coasters if you want. But I think we should finish the level first and then just wreak havoc on everyone. Like, we'll delete pieces of track and all that fun stuff. I wonder if there's a way to make things crash, too. Oh, we could actually launch these right off the edge. That one I know we can do easily. That's one thing we can try. I don't know. I feel like we should plant some flowers. What do you guys think? Let's put some flowers in, guys. I love flowers. Let's put some flowers right there. They look lovely. Some flowers here, too. What about this one? This one looks great. Let's put some flowers here, boys. So many flowers. Adds a little bit of flavor. They're screaming. They're happy. We're making money. They're loving it. More people are coming in. I think we're doing okay. What's next on the research? Observation Tower. Yeah, that one's a little boring too. Now, if we want to, we could actually turn off gentle rides, but this level is so short, it's okay. Now, if you do want the information kiosk that sells maps and umbrellas, that one is under shops and stalls, so it's really up to you if you want to go down that route or not. Because sometimes if you need something specific, you can actually just force it that way. Just like, I'm only going to do shops and stalls. And then it'll eventually pop up. Okay, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually boop up our loan again. Just to be able to build that log flume in a moment here. Which one were we doing? I believe it was this one. Wait, can I build it like this? Get rid of that tree. And that tree. Can I put it right there? Oh, I can. Okay. It's going to cost us $4,000. So let's do that. Entrance, exit. That's a pretty good looking log flume, actually. Now, this one we're going to do $3. I feel like that's a $3 ride. Actually, let's make it $3.50. Let's see if they'll pay that. Test it for now while we build our paths. And don't worry, they will wander up this way, so it's not like this is going to be out in the middle of nowhere for the whole time. And I usually like to do a little bit of a windy. Whoop, that way you can get a lot of people in that. And let's see if they like it. Now, if you want to, if it's a hot level, the trees in that actually make a difference between them barfing and stuff. So if you want to, you can plant more trees. But this level doesn't get very hot, so you don't have to worry about that. But you can put some flowers. Look at our lovely flowers. We love flowers. Cool. So they are paying the $3.50 because it's brand new, I'm guessing. So that's good. Line is still full. Line is still full. Line is still full. What are people thinking about this ride? Just too intense for people. So that one's fine too. Our pricing seems to be pretty good with a $20 entrance fee right now. Now, I usually keep a handyman in the corner, and then if I see a puke skin, I'll pick him up and drop him. That's just the way I play it, but really up to you guys how you want to pull it off. If you want to play along with me, too, we can compare who gets a better park score. We can have a little competition. I don't really have anything I can give for prizes. If I were sponsored, I would totally be like, okay, guys, let's do competition mode. Highest player, like, person who gets the highest one gets, like, a gift card or something, but I'm not there yet. When we get there, though, I'll pull that stuff off. Okay, we're not going to raise the entrance fee at this point, because, what is that right now, 20? 20 is, it's tempting, but you can see, well, the people are still trickling in. We could put it to 25. But if we do 25, I think they'll start complaining about the prices of the rides. So we're going to leave it at 20 for now. Because you can creep it up. You can usually creep it up to about 50 bucks. But then they don't have much money left to ride your rides. That's the problem. This way they stay in there longer. They'll buy food. They'll buy drinks. They'll do all that stuff. Let's check on the masses of the peoples. What are they thinking? Good. It was great. It was great. Wants to get off Ferris wheel one. It's only on 2 rotations, too. That's pretty bad. Feels sick. Standing in line for ages. So overall, not too bad. Not too bad. Nobody's complaining too much. If we want, we can actually get an entertainer or 2 at this point. But not entirely necessary. Boop. Pay that to 6. So there we go. We've paid for our log flume, essentially. Now, the observation tower. That's the other one we just researched. It's a gentle ride. It's good if you like just gentle rides. There's nothing wrong with building it. It's just not going to do anything impressive. We can actually put it like right here and then just connect it. So that's what I'm going to do when we have enough money. Oh, sure. Let's slap on a few of these. Doesn't need to go very high. Like, that's perfect right there. Just a few spots up. Entrance, exit. And then 10 minutes. Let's charge $1 for it. Actually, let's do $1.20 because it's brand new. You can test while I get my things connected. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, perfect. It fit right underneath that, too. That actually worked out great. So we essentially got a free ride with that. You know what I'm going to build here? You guys know what I'm going to put there, right? We're going to put some flowers. Ooh, let's put these flowers. Fancy flowers. There we go. Now, I'm not seeing a lot of barf stains, so that's a good sign. And that's the upside with the patrolling guys. Like, I think I saw one guy. Yeah, he's right here. He's going to snag that one for us. You can hear the little coughing noises every time. A little and that's when they barf. But that's what we pay those guys for. Yeah, we're making lots of money, so we're going to try and pay off as quick as we can. Because you can see our company value. That's the one that's your end score of the level, essentially. So if you guys want to compete with me, you know, add it to or add it to YouTube or Discord. Show me how well you did if you play along. Because I'm at 11,000 right now. At the end of the level, we'll see what I get. And then see if you can beat my score. Oh, we got a few extra puke stains here. Get rid of those puke stains. Oh, you got that one already. A couple up here. Oh, they're heading up that way anyway, so that's okay. And that's it. We're pretty much on the way to beating this level. It's the first level. Of course they're going to make it easy on us. Nice and tidy. Good stuff. He's not hungry, so we don't need more food stalls. Yeah, everything's looking good. Can't complain. Let's keep focusing on that loan. And then maybe we'll slap in another... If we can fit them in, we can try and build a custom coaster that kind of goes loopity-loop. Now, if you're really good at building this game, you could actually run roller coasters like through these hoops, and then you could like run them back like around this way and make this amazing coaster. But unfortunately, I lack those skills. So I could try. I could try. Just let me know. Oh, actually, while we're waiting for money, I can show you some other stuff that's going on. If you click on your park thing, you can actually buy land. Like this one here. This one is buy land to extend your park, and this one is buying rights. If you buy the rights... Okay, this one doesn't have any rights to purchase. Can you buy land, though? Okay, this one here, you can buy extra land. So you can go around, and you can literally buy each square as you want. And then you can build in this section. So this park can actually be monster. If you want to keep playing it after you've already completed it. A lot of the time, though, you don't need to just beat it. It's only 1 year's worth of play, but if you want to continue your park, like keep playing it just for fun afterwards, all of this land can be purchased. So you can extend all of this front section here, all the way in the back here behind the mountains, and even into this watery lake, and you get a couple cool features over here. So lots of options with that. Although we don't really need to do that, so I'm probably just going to save the money, because we can build more rides that way. Okay, we're getting our loan down. Our loan is now at 4. The reason I'm paying the loan off is that company value. I want that high score there. That way if you try to beat me, I'll be like, haha, can't beat me. It's going to be amazing. Okay. Is this guy too expensive now? What are you guys thinking? Something more thrilling. Okay, they're not complaining about the price yet. It's just a boring ride, so that's normal. These guys are still full, still full. Are you just too... Yeah, you're boring too. Okay, no worries. Boring rides are okay. They draw people in the park. You're still gathering people. You're still gathering people. Oh, it's great. We're doing great. Well, at this rate, we might be able to do a little bit of Dynamite Dunes as well. See how we get. Good stuff, good stuff. If you want to play other music too, like, you can hear this guy just going the entire time. We can actually shut that one off. And then we can go to, like, the pirate ship, and we can put the pirate ship music on. Like, play music. It's kind of like rock music. Actually, let's get this one to play rock music, too. Yeah, rock-style music. There we go. Now, they'll play some music, so you guys don't have to listen to that carousel noise. I don't know if that actually matters, though. Actually, let's get this one to play music, too. Let's see if people actually... Ooh, let's do this one techno. Oh, we got some barf stains. Clean, my friends, clean. Be that nauseous, can you? Oh, we need some more benches over here. Need more benches for our people coming off the rides. There you go, guys. You can sit down now. Don't barf on me, boys. Don't barf on me. Have a trash can. Have another trash can. Not bad. Not bad. Now, you can hire handyman to mow the lawns if you want. You can get the most beautiful park in the country awards and things like that way. But I never do. Because you can also do this. You can take your shovel thing, make it as large as you want, and if you click, it gets rid of the overgrown grass. So you can just sit here and be like, hey, I just mowed all the lawns. Look at me. But don't tell anyone I told you that one, because that one's kind of cheating. That way, if you have overgrown grass everywhere, you can kind of get rid of it. What did that one say? It's too busy. Okay, they're commenting still. That's good. That's fine. Oh, bumper cars. Let's build bumper cars. It's a gentle ride, but it's usually pretty popular. Let's slap that one over here. Put that one in near the trees over here. Boom. Entrance, exit. I think $1.20 is fair for that one. Every 10 minutes. And we want this one to play music too, don't we? Oh, it plays... Okay. It plays its own music, so... Let's get this one. Boop, boop. And this one doesn't need a long, long line, so I'm just going to do this with it. Boop, just like that. Okay, slap that one on the open sign, and we're on our way. We're well on our way to beating the level. We already have 600 guests, if you guys remember correctly. We only needed 250 guests and a park rating of 600. Our park rating is right down here in the corner. We hover over it. We are at 861. Sorry, those numbers are tiny on my screen. Kicking butt, kicking butt. Okay, who else can we get in here? Let's get you there. Oh, also, next week we are switching... Well, next week's Easter, so no streaming next week. But the following week, we're going to switch to a 2-hour later time zone for the gaming, just because work, all that fun stuff is getting in the way, and it's like poo-poo and all that fun stuff. Oh, I forgot about our loan. Pay off our loan. Ooh, $1,000 to go. You guys are going to have a hard time beating my record. Good stuff so far. I forgot you could get bumper cars on the first level. This is the deluxe version, though, so maybe it's slightly different than the one that I owned as a kid. I remember everyone had this game because we got it out of the... you can get them in cereal boxes back in the day, actually. You'd go there and you'd buy, like, I think it was like the Kellogg's brand or whatever. And then they'd have video games, and they'd have like the Yahtzee game or the Scrabble and stuff like that. And then this was the best one, so everyone always bought this one. Because it's like a decent game. Okay, we're in August, so we're actually almost done the level. Oh wait, we should save. I just realized I haven't saved the game. Let's save the game, just in case. Oh, we're almost there. We've almost paid off our loan. And then all the cash we earn is our cash. Let's go, loan. I want to pay it off. I want to pay it off. Let's go. Yeah, there we go. It's paid off. There. Now, all the money we make, we can use however we want. No loans, no nothing. This is usually a good time to start putting in some extra... what are they called? Decorations. I'm going to put a few more benches in here because everyone seems like they want to barf when they got off of that one. Plus, there's a food stall right here, so they're going to buy and then try and sit down right away. Oh, we got 4 handymen so far. Is that enough so far? It looks pretty clean, so... We're not having a lot of breakdowns. Are you just boring? Please tell me you're just boring. I'm not paying that much. Okay, so... This is where the rides start to lose their values. Let's drop this one to 60. So I think it's by time. See, even this guy here, I think people are now... Okay, so about a year goes by, and then we got to worry about prices. So let's drop this one down to $1.80. See if they bite at that one. The $1.80 fair. What do you guys think? Seems pretty fair so far. They don't want to pay that much to go on the hose zone. But what about the hose? What are those hoes going to do with their kids? You know what I mean? Something more thrilling. They're going to complain about the price soon, though. For that guy. I think this guy's had his... He's too expensive now, too. Yes. So let's drop him back. Oh, he was at $1.80. That's why. Let's drop him down to $1 and see if people want to go on that for $1. Would you buy that for $1? Can we get Robocop in here shooting people in the dick? Okay, people are buying that for $1. Okay, good. Robocop scared them. I think this one's too high, though. If we... Yeah, we can't charge $1.80 for that if we're going to charge $1 for the swinging ship, so it seems like after a year, they do lose interest in the rides. So if they're going to pull that on me, I'm going to pull this on them. We're going to bump that to 25. Yeah, this guy here is probably suffering the same thing. Bring him down to 60 cents. And these rides are always you can run moneymaker. The roller coasters, it's Roller Coaster Tycoon. Like, I mean, come on. Come on. What are we getting next? Wooden Crazy Rodent Coaster. Very good one. But I don't think we have enough space for it now. We gotta get more stuff going on. Do 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 do. I say. This is the thing about simulation games. Now it's like, now I have to talk, and I'm like, hey, what do I talk about? Yes. Exactly. Yep. How about that weather today, guys? Yep. At least with an action game, I'm like, hoo, ha, he, hoo. Tell you what's going on. But I'm like, let's just start naming people funny names. What should we name him? Haywood Jablomi. All right, let's follow Haywood Jablomi around and see what he's up to. He is in line for the hoe zone. He is on the hoe zone now. Actually, let's do that. Next time we play this, everyone who's watching, I'm gonna make you a character, and we're gonna you can kind of see what your character's doing. I know Colding was here earlier, so we're gonna make this one Colding. And if you're still here, Colding, then all the better. Now we can see what Colding is doing. He looks like he's gonna barf, though. And then we can see how long we can keep them in the park, too. But Colding is walking. Haywood is on the hoe zone. This one, I think we should rename this one My Pants Are Wet. Because their pants are probably wet after getting off of that ride. I don't really know what to name the observation tower. Yeah, I got no jokes for that one, unfortunately. I was thinking, I was. Guests are commenting this cheap. Good. We like cheap. Cheap will bring more people. More people bring more money. Splatter. My pants are wet has broken down. Oh, we probably actually need another mechanic at this point. We only have 3. Just in case. I don't know the right ratio, to be honest. There's probably some person out there who's worked out all that stuff of like, this is the perfect ratio of mechanics to rides. But I usually kind of keep an eye out. If more things are breaking, I'll hire another mechanic or 2. So Haywood is now in line for swinging ship 1. And Colding looks like he wants to puke. Oh, he's hungry. Colding is hungry. You know what? This looks like a good spot. We're going to put in some trees. Let's put some nice trees in, guys. Let's put some trees. Put some trees, guys. I like this pink one here. Let's put this one here. Let's put a row of these right here. Nice trees. Beautiful trees right there. Nice little boulevard. Yes, looks great. We love it. How are we doing? We're in September already. There we go. I don't think we're going to start Dynamite Dunes today, actually. We might make today kind of a shorter one anyways, because we're transitioning. And then, if you have suggestions for games too, let me know. Otherwise, I'll probably do 1 or 2 more roller coasters, and then we'll get back to The Sims. This did great. And if you're playing along, so far the score you have to beat is 21,000. That's pretty high. That's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. We don't really have anything we can build right now, though. Like, we have this one here, but they're compact, but I think they're too big for what we have space for now. Can we squeeze one of you in? Probably not because of the log. Oh, we could build over this way, though. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Get rid of some of these trees, unfortunately. I'm sorry, trees, please. Please don't hate me, trees. Don't hate me. Can't construct it there. Why not? Maybe because of that tree and that tree. Yes, okay, I can build it there. Boom. All right. Need to get rid of some more of these. So let us do entrance exit. Let's do something like this. And then we can run this straight across. Boom. Let's charge $2 because it's brand new. Actually, let's do 220. And let's open that one up. We're going to name this one Little Woody. Yeah, because he's a small wooden coaster. But he's got a big heart. So we got to at least give him that. Boom. 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 Lots of seating. A few trash cans. Enjoy, guys. Let's see how many people ride the Little Woody. Oh, we got some people on there. We got our first riders here. He's flying down. Look at him go. Actually, this one's a pretty good little ride. Very small. Good little small footprint. How's Colding doing? He's smiling now, so he's less barfing. Well, these guys are hungry and stuff. Oh, I guess we should probably build another bathroom. We only have 1 bathroom. Hey. You know, this way they're a little bit far apart. You know, they're spaced. Are people hungry now, though? Coaster 2 is boring now. Well, it's not boring, it's the price. Let's go $1.60. I don't know. I think we're doing well. Little Woody's off to a great one. Hey, would you blow me's heading for Roller Coaster 2. He's having a great time. I think we're kicking butt. We have a few too many puke stains, though. I think we're going to have to hire another handyman. That's why I always put them on their patrols. Put them on patrols. I think we're going to finish this level off. We're almost there anyways, and then we're going to wrap up for today, I think. Next week will be, well, not next week because it's Easter. I keep saying that, but, you know, the following week, I'll try to find another great one for us to play. This is a nice one to revisit. We can play this one every once in a while, too, if you guys want. Switch it around. See what's up. Get this handyman going. Let's get him to patrol the back here. A little bit of an overlap. Single rail coaster. Now, this one's great to... Oh, which one do we get? Yeah, single rail roller coaster. This one's good, but again, it takes up a lot of space. We won't be able to put it in here. So if you want to extend your park, you can. All right. I think we're going to win. I'm going to save the game here because we're almost done. Good spot to save it, just in case. Hey, would you blow me's happy. Colding's pretty happy. Looking good, looking good. Oh, this one's losing interest, I think. Too intense, too intense, too intense. Where are we at? We're in September 27th. We're almost there. Almost there. Coaster 4. No. You know what? Let's hire a security guard at this point, too, just in case. Let's slap an entertainer in there, too. We got lots of money. You know what? Have a second panda. 2 pandas are great. 2 pandas are better than 1. We need more funny names for people. This next time we play, the first 3 guests come in, we're going to name them, and we're going to have, like, we're going to follow them the whole time. Until they leave. Well, they are happy. Ooh, we got a lot of barf stains there. Hang on. Where's my guy? Buddy, clean that up for us. Thank you. Safest park in the country. Nice. I mean, it wasn't that difficult, was it? How we doing? How we doing? 2nd of October. We're getting there. Almost there. See, and if you look at our playtime, it's just about an hour, which is great for the sake of, you know, an hour per year in-game, though. Remember that. So some of these maps will be about 4 hours long. It was definitely a slower-paced game. It's not meant to make you play it very quickly in that sense. That's not a bad thing. See, now we probably want to go for shops and stalls, because we're near the end. Well, we won't get any more for this game, but if you want to continue it on, because you can see how it got darker and now it's going to rain. This is where the kiosk is great, because you can sell a bunch of umbrellas. And October is the end of the year, by the way. It's between March and October. Almost there, guys. Almost. Hold on there. We are at the 7th of October now. We're kind of at the waiting phase now to finish her off. Well, not a lot of people are going to go on these rides when it's raining, of course. Now, if you want to, you can make these cars into trucks, and then people will like it more when it rains. But really preference. Good stuff, good stuff. Everyone's happy. Everyone's happy. We're just waiting for that clock to tick down. 11th of October. We're getting there. If you're playing along with me and you want to beat my score, I'm at 22. We got a bit fat cash there we could be using too. But See if you can match mine. Okay, what else can we build? I don't think there's anything else to build at this point, sadly. These ones are all too big. Too big, too big. Oh, we can build a cotton candy stall. Let's build a cotton candy stall. Let's put it right here. Boom. Cotton candy for everyone. Who doesn't like cotton candy at the fair? Come on. Look at that. We already made sales. Amazing. Ooh, they're loving it. Look at that. Look at that. Already had 5 sales. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, because honestly, at this point, you can just decorate. You can be like, hey, these flowers look nice. Boom, flowers. Boom, boom, boom. We can come over here and get some nice trees. Like, boom, nice tree. Put a nice big one here. Like, boom, nice tree. Boom. Oh, there's a tree in the way of that one? There we go. And then you make it pretty, make it park nice and pretty. I've never been one for the cosmetics, though, honestly. I've been like, let's do this. And then you beat the game. Is the price too high now? Yes. It finally broke. So let's bring this one to $1.20. $1.20. This one's still going strong. Little Woody's still going strong. Ooh, we got a few stains there. Gotta get that cleaned up. So far, so good. So, that's essentially the first level. It's not that difficult. It's not meant to be, of course. You know, introduction. Kids play this game. What are we at? 20th of October. We're almost there, boys. I'm kind of excited for San Andreas. I'll be honest. That one's coming up. That one's going to be amazing. A lot of fun. Ooh, what do we got? Suspended roller coaster. This one's another great one, but again, we don't have the space, unfortunately. The next one that pops up will be a shop or stall, though, because I set it up that way. Actually, Little Woody is very popular. And as long as you slowly dip your prices, everything else will stay popular enough to make you money. I think usually by the end of the 3 or 4 year level ones, though, the merry-go-round and stuff are usually free, just because nobody wants to pay. Or you put like 10 cents on it. Because you'll make your money everywhere else. 25th, we're almost there, boys. We're almost there. We're almost there. We're going. We're going. Hey, would you blow me? Is in line for my pants are wet. And we got Colding on Roller Coaster 2. I think we should name everything we do next time, too. We have to find funny names for everything we build. That's going to be the challenge. I'm going to have a monster list of names, then. Unless you guys give me the names, too. Come on. Give me some of those names. Put them in the comments. Got this guy cleaning up over there. Almost there, almost there. 28th. 3 more days. All 3 more days. Oh, it seems like somebody was angry. When they're angry like that, they break your stuff. Oops. Gotta reconnect that. Because you see how this one's broken here too? So you have to replace those. That is from angry guests. That's where you need security guards. Otherwise the vandalism gets really bad. It's kind of inevitable as you play the game. They just get angry over time. We're almost there. We're almost there. Yay! We did it. Char. Boom. So there we go. That is the first scenario. So now, if we go back to... How do we get to the main menu from here? Anyways, let's not worry about that. Let's worry about that next time we play. So we're going to wrap it up there for today because we finished Forest Frontiers. If you're playing along yourself, your goal is to beat 23,000, almost 24. So you can see our end park here. Take a quick little check around it. Nice looking stuff. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. We're going to play again next week, and we'll probably play a little bit more Roller Coaster Tycoon, longer level as well. So thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, follow, all of those things. Helps the channel grow. I'll see you next week. Have a great Easter, and I'll see you later. Thanks so much.